Hi everybody, in this video we are going to see solution for another interesting problem titled as throw ball game. First let's understand the problem and then we will proceed to the algorithm. The problem is a company is organizing a game for its employees on the occasion of New Year celebrations. The game is conducted by a coordinator and has group of n players. In this game, all the players of the game are assured a prize money. The players are made to stand together on one side of the net, and the first step, the coordinator throws a ball towards them from the other side. The player P, right, he is one player. Player P who catches the ball first gets a prize money of M. Then the player P is asked to get to the other side and throw the ball towards the rest of the players. The chain of throwing the ball continues such that the person who caught the ith throw throws the ball towards rest of the players in the I plus 1th throw. The chain continues till there is only one player left in the group. The prize money for the players gets reduced by 2% for each catch. Given the maximum prize money M, name of the players in ascending order, and index of the name of the players who got the ball when it was thrown by the particular player, name of the player who caught the ball in the first throw, write a code to find out the prize money. So what is the thing is, there is a celebration and event is organized by the company and there is a coordinator. First of all the players, there will be n players, they will be standing on one side, they will be throwing the ball, right? And it will be caught by one of the person. That person is going to get the maximum prize money. And after that he has to come to the other side and he has to throw the ball to rest of the n-1 players. One of them will get it and then the next ball will be thrown by that particular person. Right? Once if they have caught the ball, they will throw once and they will be out of the game also. And what is given is for each throw the prize money is getting reduced by 2%. This is one information. And another one information is, see here, the name of the players will be given in ascending order, right? And index of the player who caught the ball when it was thrown by that particular player is also given, right? Whereas here an example is also given. See here, A is given 3. So what does it mean is, when the player A threw the ball, it was caught by the person at index 3. So C is the person who caught the ball. Then when C threw the ball, 2 is the index of the person who caught the ball. So B is the person. And then when B threw the ball, 5 is the index of the person. So E caught the ball. And when E threw it, 0. Right? 0 means it is the stop. No one got the ball. Because here we are using just human indexing. So when 0 is reached, we can understand that it's the end. That is also given in the problem. And what you have to do is, all these information will be given. The maximum prize amount and the name of the players and who caught the ball when they threw the ball, like this it will be given. And the name of the first player also will be given. And another one, querying person name. For example, if I want to know how much money was got by received, how much prize amount was received by A, right? This is the example. Okay, they are telling maximum amount is 5,000 and F is the person who got the ball first, right? Then what we should do is, index will be given. So index 6 is the person who got the ball first. So you will go to 6 and you will find F, right? When F threw the ball, 4 caught it. So you go to 4, 7, G caught it, 1, A next caught it, and A when he threw, C caught it, C when he threw, sorry, 1 minute, I think, yeah, A is the querying person, right? You are being queried for A. So F is the person who caught the ball first, that is index 6. So F will get maximum prize money, that is 100% will be received by F, right? When he threw the ball, index 4 is the person who caught it. He will get 98% of the prize money. And 7 is the person who caught it when D threw the ball. G will get 96% of the prize money. And when G threw it, A caught it. So A will get 94% of the prize money. Actually the querying person is A. How much money was received by A is the question. So A would have got 94% of 5,000. So when you look at 94% of 5,000, you will get it as 4,700. This is the answer, right? Okay. And yeah, when example input is also given here, but there was a mistake here that it was only 4,700. Just make a note. And also we have to print only 2 decimal places in the problem, right? So let's look at the input format. First line contains the maximum price amount, and next line will contain the number of players. Next n lines will contain the name of the players in ascending order as it is given in the example, okay, separated by a space. This is the name will be given space 3, right? So what approach we can take? Actually you have to do a number of hop. Actually I have to count how many hop we are going to make, and where it will start is the information will be given to you. That is, you have to start at index 6, right? So I need some kind of indexing. One of the idea that may come to our mind is when 2 information is given, whether it is possible to use a dictionary. But dictionary may not be used in this case because dictionaries are unordered. They do not have an index. Only by through the key they are being indexed. Other than that, we do not have a constant index. It is an unordered collection. So it's not possible to use this kind of indexing for dictionaries. So it is better to go with 2 separate lists. It will be better to have player names as one of the list, and you can have like indices, right? Player indices, another one list. So in player names we can store the name of the players, and in the player indices we can use to store the index of the player who caught the ball, or we can call that as catch indices, right? That way we can use and we can solve the problem. So the basic idea would be to start from the first person, right? That particular index you have to go and see whether that particular name, the name at the index 6 is the name what we are querying. There will be a query name, right? Whether the player name at index 6, actually in system the indexing will be from 0, so we may have to do -1, okay? So you will go and see at that particular index whether the query name is same as the player name in that index -1. If it is so, you will stop, okay? Otherwise what you have to do, you have to go to the catch index and find out who caught the ball when this player was throwing it, right? And you have to count the hops also. So you must have a variable to count the number of hops and so on. So let's try to write the code, and I have already turned the algorithm. The first input is the maximum price. So let's write it, and let's read it as float. And the next one is number of players, and create a list to store player names and catch indices, okay? So player underscore names equal to empty list, and let us have another one, catch indices equal to empty list. And then you are going to read all the player names and index of the next person who caught the ball, right? So for I in range, okay, 0 comma n, what should we do? We should read the name and index, right? So it's in a single line, so input will read it and apply split to it. So it will be split into 2 based on space. So name will contain the first part and index will contain the second part, right? And we have to add to the list. So player names dot append of name, right? And then what we should do, we should tell catch indices dot append of index, right? So this will create the list. 2 list is being created, and then we are going to read the person who caught the ball for the first time. So let me call it as first catch. This is also an integer. We are getting only the index. So int of input query person. This is going to be the name of the person. So it should be got as string. Okay. Yeah. Right. And we are going to initialize current index let me tell current index equal to first catch. Okay, so we are going to look at a person currently, right? Look at the index, person at a particular index. First you will look at the person who caught the ball first, and then you will be doing hopping, right? So let me say count equal to 0. This count is going to be used for counting the number of hops we make, right? And then while the query is not in the, okay, we are going to loop now, right? While the query person is not the person at the current index, right? So let us write a while. We cannot write a for here because we do not know how many times we have to hop, right? So while the query name, that is query person, not equal to person at the current index, right? So player names at current index, but put a -1 because it is a system indexing, right? Our human indexing starts from 1. In the example, you can understand that the input is going to be as per human indexing. So just do a -1 to get the system indexing, right? And you have to increment the count. Now you have to change. If that person, what you are currently looking at, is not the query person, then where you should go is to the person who got the ball, who caught the ball when it was thrown, right? Where that information will be? That information will be in the indices, catch indices list at the index, current index -1. Okay, so that should be your current index. So you change your current index equal to catch indices of, okay, of current index -1, right? This should help us, and after doing this you will come out of the loop when you have met the query person. Of course, it is not given in the problem that query person may be a person who is not in the list. So we are assuming that that person will be in the list. If you want to handle that case also, then what we should do is we should add one more condition for this while, telling that if current index, that is while current index not equal to 0 also, because it's given in the problem that the next person's value index will be 0 if that is the last person. Okay, but no such information is given. So let's hope that the query person will be in the list. Okay, so now what you are going to do, you are going to now deduct 2 into count times from 100, right? And you are going to calculate the prize money. So let's tell prize money equal to, right, 100 minus, sorry, 100, yeah, 100 minus 2 into count, okay, 2 into count. This will be the percentage. Actually we have to multiply by prize money. Okay, so prize money by 100, right, because it is percentage. And then you are going to print prize money only for 2 decimal places. So how should we do is, we should use the format. This is one way, format function we can use. So what you are going to print is the prize money and then the format string. Okay, so you are going to tell point to F, right? So let's see what's wrong here. Undefined prize money, right? Okay, maximum, here it should be maximum price. Yeah, max underscore price is the variable name. Yeah, hope it works. Let's check. Yeah, I gave the input. I have got an error, unsupported operator, minus between string and int. Let us look at the line number 28. So what's the problem here is, you are telling current index -1, right? And first catch is of course int, right? But the problem is, first time it will not fail, but the problem is you are changing the current index to one of the value from the list catch indices. Let us see whether catch indices are integers. No, I have not converted to index, it's a integer, it's a mistake. So let me change, add the option to convert it into integer. Now let's check the code. Yeah, it's working fine for the example that we have taken. Now let's put the code in the vPrepal and check whether it's passing all the test cases. Let me copy the code and choose the language as Python. Paste it over here and run it. Yeah, it has passed. Thank you.